Well, hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. So today I went out to the garden and I butchered up my rhubarb plant again, but I cleaned it all up again. So I got all the woody stalks from where it had shot up multiple seed pods, and I kept picking them off and I got those out of there. I cleaned up the plant and I got all this beautiful rhubarb. So this is quite a bit of rhubarb. I mean, I'm gonna guess I have 6 or 7 pounds anyway. And so I'm gonna can up rhubarb. And this needs to be macerated in sugar. And I've already washed it. I've gotta cut it up. I trimmed it all outside. So I've got all my rhubarb. This is a green variety, so it only has a little pink blush down at the end. And come on in, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to, for every quart of rhubarb, I'm gonna put a half a cup of sugar. And that's gonna macerate until I'm ready to can it. Now, it says, in the ball book, it says 4 to 6 hours, I believe. And so I am probably gonna do it longer. And then it's going to process, you get that up to a boil and you process it, it's gonna be wonderful. For this winter, to be able to pull out some jars of rhubarb and make bread, muffins, rhubarb pie, have an ice cream topping. Not that I eat ice cream, but you know what I'm saying? It's going to be wonderful. So come on in and I'm gonna show you how easy it is to cut up rhubarb, and then we'll show you how I do this. And these stalks are thinner than the earlier ones, and thinner than the red variety that you might get, but this is still good. These aren't woody, they're wonderful. I really cleaned that plant out, and that's the key to having good rhubarb and having it keep producing all season for you, is keeping that plant cleaned out. Any decaying leaves, or if you accidentally break one off, and never cut your rhubarb off the plant. Always pull it from where it's the base, and it'll give you a little cup. That's gonna not injure the plant, and nothing will rot there and all that. So keep the plant nice and clean, and you'll get beautiful rhubarb for the whole season. So a lot of people think they can only get one picking. That is not so at all. So come on in and let's cut up some rhubarb. So this is the Ball Blue Book that I'm using, and that is on page 27. And you can find this on the National Center for Home Food Preservation. This recipe is not a secret. You're gonna cut your rhubarb into 1/2 inch to 1 inch pieces, and make sure there's no blemishes or anything you don't want in your canning jar, because it's gonna be with you a minute, right? Good sharp knife. I love cutting rhubarb. I don't know why, but I do. If you feel like it's getting woody, but see, this is not woody at all. That is solid flesh. It would have holes and yeah, it would not look good. So the nice thing about having these containers, and I'll try to leave a link down below, is that they give you measurements. So when I get up to a quart, I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of sugar, right? So no problem. And it's gonna macerate in that sugar. The recipe says for 2 to 4 hours. Mine's gonna go longer, but I'm okay with that too, because that's just the time element I have. And then once it's macerated, you're gonna heat this up with no water. It's all gonna be rhubarb and sugar. And really, when you think about it, rhubarb is so tart. I don't feel like it's a large amount of sugar, but I don't know, maybe I'm just, yeah. So, okay, so we're just continuing on chopping and dropping. And once I get to a quart, I'll show you. I'm gonna measure out and sprinkle, and you'll see. It will do its magic. If you find that you come across, like right now, I feel like, okay, I have a spot. I don't want that on there. And so I'm gonna take my little Tupperware paring knife. I love this thing. And I'm literally peeling that piece off. I don't want that in my finished product. Any blemishes that you see that you don't want to see in your jar, peel it off, okay? All right. And there you go. Okay, now, oh my gosh, almost to a quart. I was so happy to see how much rhubarb I was able to pick tonight. And literally, I mean, you go out there and you just don't know until you get into the plant. Like I said, the red variety tends to have thicker, heavier stalks. But I've had big, heavy stalks with this variety too. So next year, we're gonna have lots of rhubarb to contend with. I've got 4 new plants that I'll be able to pick from next year, and then, yeah, there's no stopping us. Okay. So, I've got a quart of fruit here, right? Yeah, almost. I'm gonna cut a little bit more. Okay, I don't like how that looks, so we're gonna make sure we dry that off. Do I feel like there's blemishes or anything funky? Yeah. We'll get that cleaned up. And you can use this for pies, muffins, pastry, jelly, jam, you name it. In the middle of winter, you can pull your canned rhubarb out, and it's already sweetened, and you can make jam right then and there. You don't have to add pectin or anything. You're just gonna cook it down. So let's do it. Okay, now I feel like I have a quart, and so for every quart, I'm gonna add a half a cup of sugar. And, you know, it's just gonna fall down through there, and that's just fine. That sugar will end up liquid as well, so you're never gonna add any liquid to this. And then we're gonna keep chopping and dropping. All right, I'll let you know when I'm done how many quarts of rhubarb I get from this big pile. Okay, so I'm gonna voice some of my frustration. A lot of these recipes calls for quarts or cups of a product or pounds. So it's really hard to judge. And I did not weigh this, but I got 5 quarts. So this is a 4-quart container. There's another quart. I got 5 quarts of cut up rhubarb. I've got the sugar in there layered with each quart, and it's gonna macerate. It calls to macerate that for 3 to 4 hours. It's gonna be longer than that. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be longer than that, and it'll be just fine. It's not going to hurt the end product. And then that sugar is gonna be the preservative for this, and we'll be able to water bath this. So tomorrow I'll have to bring you back and we'll finish this project. I wish I would have gotten 6 quarts. That was kind of my goal, but I don't want to overpick the plant and stress it out too much, and there wasn't much left. So I'm gonna leave the plant alone, and I'll be able to get another harvest. So don't stress your rhubarb plant out too much. Pick about 70 to 80% of the stalks and then let it come back, and literally it'll look like it's been scalped, and in 3 days you'll go, wow, because it's so happy. That's exactly what that plant wants. So I'll be back when we're ready to start heating this up and getting it ready for some canning jars. Okay, I can't wait. It's gonna be delicious this winter. Well guys, it's day 2. Okay, I am back and I am ready to put my rhubarb, which is, you know, it's macerated in the sugar. This had a quart, it's a little less than a quart. This had a full 4 quarts, and it's down to 3 now. So I'll have 4 quarts roughly. Hopefully I get, it's gonna cook down some more, but hopefully I get 8 pints out of this. So sugar, rhubarb in the pot. This is so easy, and the juices. And you're gonna bring this up to a boil, and you're gonna boil it for 1 minute. That's according to the instructions here. So, bring rhubarb slowly to a boil over medium heat, stirring to prevent sticking. Cook for 1 minute. Hot pack rhubarb and juice into hot jars, leaving a 1/2 inch of headspace. Remove air bubbles, clean the rim, center the lid, blah, 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 blah. And it's a 15-minute water bath. 15 minutes. For pints or quarts, either one, 15 minutes. I'm gonna do pints. I'm tempted. I should have done quarts, but it's okay. If I get another load of rhubarb, I'll do something like that. So, and this is a older Cuisinart. There's a little bit of sugar in the bottom, but that's okay. Not much in that one. Okay, so I'm gonna get this on the stove, and my jars are hot in the canner. I'm gonna keep them hot in there. They've been sanitized in the dishwasher. And behind that, I have my tea kettle getting hot water. So I'm gonna put hot water over my lids and rings. It's gonna go pretty fast. The longest point is to just wait till it comes up to a boil. All right, okay, so this, and I will leave a link for the steam canner for you guys. See how nice and hot those jars stay. Once they've been sanitized in the dishwasher, then you can put them in here and keep them nice and hot. It's very convenient for canning. I always do that in my water bath canner. Pressure canning, you know, I usually have a sink of hot water or something like that. But, okay, so this is gonna come up to temp here. It's gonna take a minute, and then we'll get that cooking. And once we've got that all done, then I'll take you over and I'll show you how I jar it up. All right, pouring hot water over my lids per the instructions to 4 jars lids, which is what I'm using today. And please, if you need lids, I've got an affiliate link down below, and you can actually, and I only boiled this. I was like, there's no way there's enough liquid, but there is. I only boiled it 1 minute, just like it said, and stirred it constantly. I need to move my canner over here, and I'm gonna take jars out, and they're nice and hot, trust me. Okay. And I'll leave you a link for the steam canner. I think I said that already. I'll leave you links for everything. You're gonna actually look up in the iCard. It's probably up in the corner over here. Might be over there, but you're gonna look up there and you can just click on the product link and it'll be wonderful. So now I've got one more thing and I'm ready. This is kind of what your kitchen goes like when you're jarring up and you're literally going from canner to counter, you know what I mean? So we'll put that down, and I'm not gonna need vinegar on this application, but the lids are nice and hot, that's nice. So hopefully you can see. And remember, this is the green variety, so it's just saying jarred up juice and all. Well, there's no choice in that. And a 1/2 inch of headspace, which is a little more than you think. And I'm happy with that. I don't want to get too, because that product swells. I don't want to get too crazy, right? So I'm going to call that good. Wipe the rim of your hot jar, and it is hot. And I checked all my jars for any flaws or anything. And get your 4 jars lid. Center that bad boy on your jar, and now fingertip tight. Literally, when you can do that, you're good. Take that beautiful rhubarb, and I can use this for pie, cookies, cake, cupcakes, bread, muffins, you name it. I can use it. And I'm gonna put this right back over, and this is going to continue to keep the steam coming up underneath, so they'll stay nice and hot. And that's hot. those jars are hot. Okay, so that's what we're doing. I don't see a need to debubble. This is pretty liquid, but if you wanted to debubble, you could do that too right now, which is a matter of a, I don't even know if it said to debubble. I don't think it did, but it doesn't matter. That is your judgment call. Wipe the rim, 1/2 inch of headspace, wipe the rim, get a 4 jars lid, center that girly girl right there, and put yourself a 4 jars ring. And these rings are wonderful. They have not tarnished at all. And I love them. So rhubarb, you have some pink in there, a little bit of pinky pink from the very ends, but oh, rhubarb is wonderful. Okay, in the canner. And I always grab a jar ahead and look and see if there's any water in the bottom. Nope. Grab that, and here we go. Oh, I really want a bunch of this on my shelf because it would take at least 2 of these to make a pie, or you could add like fresh or frozen strawberries to it, or I'm just gonna tell you, I would, if I didn't have fresh strawberries and it's the middle of winter, I'm gonna use Thrive because I know that they were picked at the peak of freshness, all those good things, and I trust Thrive, and it's a single ingredient, strawberries. So, okay. And here we go. Woo, that jar is hot. Okay, and off we go to the races. Look how pretty. Pretty, I love it. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll tell you what I've got when I finish. Okay, so I got 6 pints. 6-pint jars here. Oh, I'm so excited. That is better than my expectations. I was hoping for 8, but hey. So I'm gonna get this lid on, and it's kind of a, let's get these jars moved in here. There we go. It doesn't sit down like you think it's going to. It sits kind of where it can steam out and bend. So it looks a little crooked when you actually look at it, but let's see, I need it turned this way so I can see when it hits the right temperature, right? Okay, so I love this thing. So we're gonna let that come up to, well, where the gauge, and it'll tell you for your altitude, that gauge right there, when it gets in the green zone, then you can start your timer. And for me and my altitude, it's 15 minutes. Okay guys, we are done. So this went for 15 minutes, and then after the 15 minutes, I let it sit, and I took the lid off, and it's been sitting here a good 5 minutes. Look at that pink juice down there. So even if you juice green rhubarb, you will get that beautiful pink juice. There's enough pigment in the rhubarb, even the green variety, that you'll get some pink juice. That will all settle down. Beautiful. I absolutely love it. All these jars went pop, pop, pop. So I don't have any worries about sealing. And I have beautiful 6 jars, enough for 3 pies, breads, muffins, dessert. And there was enough there. There was probably 3 tablespoons of it left, and I ate it. Oh my goodness, it is so delicious. I can't even tell you how delicious it is. It is phenomenal, and I hope that if you have rhubarb, this is a great way to preserve it. In the freezer, it loses a lot of the flavor and it gets very watery, and I just don't feel like you have as good a product. So that's why I did it this way this time, and I am super happy with the results. So I'm excited. I have all these jars have already sealed, and now I have very little water to get rid of, and I can put the steam juicer or steam canner away, and I'll leave a link in the iCards for the steam canner. So look for that iCard for the steam canner and maybe any other stuff that I'm using in this video. So anyway, all right guys, I can't wait. I hope it inspires you to step outside the box, and if you've never canned rhubarb, let's do it together. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.